it's Dr. Smith. I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Ginger. Hey Ginger, say hi. Ginger is my parents' dog, and she's going to be staying with me for a few days. And the reason she's staying with me is because my parents have decided to hightail it away from the cold New York winters and are going to be spending their winter in a warmer climate. And Ginger here is going to stay with me for a few days until she can get on a plane and go out and meet them. So I figured this was the perfect opportunity to talk to you guys about traveling, airline travel safety with your dog. Ginger was supposed to fly out actually on Thursday with my parents, but she had to stay with me for a few days because it was too warm in Arizona where my parents are going, and the airline wouldn't fly her because it wasn't safe. So that's something that you definitely need to take into consideration when you're planning your trip is the weather. Couple of things to start with. First, you want to make sure that you have an appropriate crate to transport your pet in. And so you want something that is good and sturdy, not collapsible. You want it to have good ventilation on the sides. You want it to have a nice solid bottom and some soft absorbable material to line the bottom with, like a towel or a blanket. And most airlines are going to also require you to have food and water available for your pet, so you want to make sure that you get something that can attach to the carrier, like this water bottle here, so like a little hamster water bottle, so it doesn't spill all over the place, as well as a food bowl that can attach so that you can leave some kibble in there for them when they're traveling. You want the crate to be large enough for your pet to stand up without touching the top of the crate, and you want them to be able to turn around and lie down comfortably as well. Once you have all of the materials you need to transport your pet, then you're going to have to worry about the paperwork. I know it's a pain in the butt, but it's important. So you're going to need to make an appointment with your veterinarian within 10 days of the time that you're scheduled to travel, so that your veterinarian can give your dog an exam and give you a health certificate, which states that your dog is healthy to travel and that they don't have any contagious diseases that could put other pets in the plane at risk. You're also going to need probably your vaccine status. Most of the airlines are going to require that you show proof of vaccination. And some airlines may require something called a certificate of acclimation. And this goes back to what we were talking about with the weather. Now, most airlines will fly your dog anywhere between 40 and 85 degree temperatures with your veterinarian's permission. It was supposed to be 86 degrees in Arizona when Ginger was scheduled to land, and so she couldn't fly. Your veterinarian, however, may sign your certificate of acclimation with a more narrow temperature range if they don't feel that it's safe for your pet to travel in those temperatures. For example, if you have a pug or a bulldog or some little flat-faced dog, it's much riskier for them to travel, and so especially in the heat, the temperature is going to need to be much lower for you to travel with them safely. Now, once you have all of that ready, you're ready to go. Make sure again that you check with your veterinarian and with the airline and make sure they don't have any special regulations. And one last thing, I know that it's tempting. Your pet is likely going to be pretty stressed out by traveling, and it might be tempting to ask your veterinarian to give them some sort of tranquilizer and sedative. And while I'm normally all for keeping your pet calm and dealing with their anxiety and not letting them get too stressed out, it's not safe to give your pet anything to calm them before to tranquilize them or sedate them before they travel, because as the crate is being moved around or the plane is moving, their balance can be affected, and it's going to be easy for them to fall and hurt themselves. So make sure you get your pet acclimated to the crate, make it a nice happy environment for them, toys and things for several weeks beforehand so that they get used to it and it's less stressful for them. But what you don't want to do is just give them something to knock them out, because that's not going to be safe. So I hope that answers all your questions, but of course if you have any more, check with your veterinarian and they'll be able to answer them for you. Have a good day. Bye.